What happens if the internet suddenly dies? For the first few minutes, most people wouldn't panic. Wi-Fi stops working, messages fail to send, Instagram won't load. People restart their phones, thinking it's just another outage. But then, banks go offline, airports freeze, hospitals lose access to critical systems, traffic lights stop responding, and suddenly, the modern world begins to collapse. Because almost everything around us depends on the internet. The internet is no longer just for entertainment. It controls communication, money, transportation, power systems, governments, and even food supply chains. Over 5 billion people use it every day. But what if one day, the entire global internet suddenly disappeared? No warning, no recovery, no connection. What would happen during the first hour, the first week, and the first month? This is what the collapse of the internet could actually look like. People assume it's temporary. Offices stop functioning. Online payments fail instantly. Stores suddenly can't process cards. Millions of workers lose access to cloud systems. At first, cities still look normal. But underneath the surface, panic begins spreading fast. Air traffic control systems become unstable. Delivery companies lose tracking. Stock markets freeze. And emergency services become overwhelmed with calls. Because nobody understands what's happening. But the real disaster begins when the world realizes this isn't coming back. Within 24 hours, ATMs stop working. People rush to supermarkets. Digital banking disappears. Gas stations fail. Navigation systems stop updating. In some cities, traffic becomes complete chaos. Hospitals start struggling without cloud databases and online communication systems. Governments try to calm the population, but information spreads slowly now, because television alone can't replace the internet, and for the first time in decades, billions of people become disconnected from the world. And then the supply chain begins to fail. First week. Modern cities depend on constant digital coordination. Without the internet, food deliveries slow down, factories stop receiving automated orders, ports become disorganized, shops begin running out of supplies. Some people try to adapt. Others begin panicking. In major cities, cash suddenly becomes more valuable than technology. But even cash can't solve everything, because modern infrastructure was never designed to survive offline for long. And slowly, the illusion of stability starts breaking apart. But the scariest part isn't the chaos. It's what happens to society itself. After 1 month, the world would look completely different. Global businesses collapse. Streaming platforms disappear. Online education vanishes. Millions lose jobs connected to the digital economy. Some governments may attempt to create isolated national networks. Others could fail completely. Large cities become harder to manage. Smaller local communities become more important again. Human civilization wouldn't end, but it would be forced backward technologically. And people would suddenly realize how dependent humanity became on a system nobody can physically see. The internet feels permanent, invisible, untouchable. But modern civilization is now built on it like a foundation. And if that foundation suddenly disappeared, the world wouldn't just become quieter, it would become unrecognizable. Because the internet is no longer just technology, it's the system holding modern society together.